Good evening, Biafrans. Good evening, lovers of freedom. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening. All hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Please, if you're coming in, this is Mazoko. Please share this broadcast. And I just wanted to share this particular broadcast from Mazio Konko. And I hope my people, a lot of questions have been going around. Where is Mazo Konko? Is Mazo Konko alive? Is he still existing? I am here, live and direct. If you can check my comment, you can see what I wrote there. I want to let people to know that fire still remains fire. Fire can never quench. You understand? And in life, there is no time fire can begin to say that it's cold. Okwada joy. Good evening, everybody. I salute all of you. I also want to use this privilege to extend my greetings to our spokesperson, Master Simon Eba, and also to thank Madam Azuka and all the autopilot media just for standing on the gap. That is how to know those who are formidable, so to say. So I am here this night, this evening, this morning, depending on where you are joining me. Also to thank Biafrans, everyone that have been asking about me. Many people have been calling to ask if something is wrong with me, if Mazo Konko is still there. And this is the most reason why I am here, to tell my people that I am much, much alive. But consequence upon the fact is that I engaged into another kind of job. It's an office job where I don't have much time, and it is rotational. That is why. And the job I'm doing is one training to another, sometimes Saturdays. And those who knows what I'm saying about those of my colleagues who are still IPOBs can understand and bear with me. I have so many brothers also who are working there with me. They can know how I could say tight it is. You know, I just changed a new job. That is the reason. And as a beginner, there are a lot of trainings that you have to go to make sure that you are, I could say, updated to the new system that is demanded on the kind of job that I do. So I need concentration. And in Nigeria, bụ ihe na-ata arụ. In the Igbo land, we say that anaghị agba aka achụ ihe na-ata arụ. You know, you must be fit spiritually and otherwise. So I thank Biafrans, some of you who have been calling me privately to ask how I'm doing. I want to thank you all, thanking those of my brothers, people like Barawason, 247 Gaddafi, Pastor Rafa Jere, Master Simon, those people who have been here permanently still speaking for Biafra. So I want to tell us, all Biafrans that are going to listen tonight to this brief, something that I want to say. You know, I've been following what is going on in the Zoological Republic. And for your information, I want to say this for many of us who are still clamoring that Obi is going to be your president. I am here tonight to tell you that you should go and check yourself. And many of these people that are shouting Obi is going to be the president, many of them called me here. Some of them called from America, some of them called from Germany, you know, trying to lure me so that we begin to speak for Obi. They are hearing me here. Now they are starting to turn back when the reality, when the truth begin to surface, after we have told them that they should focus on the restoration of Biafra. That's why I am here still to tell them that some of you who are still believing that things will change, that Obi is going to be your leader, you're wasting your time. So this particular broadcast that I'm doing this night is to still tell you all, you Thomas, that does not believe the actualization of Biafra. And I want to tell you that the Biafran actualization is a mandate of God, which no man can thwart, which no man can destroy. It doesn't matter how you think it. It doesn't matter how you state your mind before you start to talk your trash that Biafra is never going to be in existence. You're wasting your time. What we want you to do is to look around the leaves that are dying. Jesus called his disciple one day when they were complaining, and he told them how to know the season, when the season is about to change, when the season is about to become Hamatan or rainy season. By the leaves, you will understand. By the environmental change, you will know. Look into Nigeria properly. Some of you Thomas that say that Biafra will not come. We want to tell you, the actualization of Biafra, like as I said, is something no man can stop. By our fruit you shall know us. What I'm trying to say here is this. So many of you who have never been speaking up or joining exactly what is happening and still believing there's going to be election in Nigeria, check the environment and check everything that is happening. If you can tell yourself its truth within your conscience, you will know it properly well that there's never going to be anything like Nigeria in this particular 2023. Very soon, some of you that are shouting Obi, you will see Obi joining PDP. Some of you who don't believe that the P2Obi movement is just a movement, they has nothing to offer you. I'm talking now to our southern brothers, and so especially Biafra people. Those of you who are still believing that things can change. The question we should ask ourselves is for those of us who are fighting still to keep Nigeria as one. Ask yourself this question: what have you gotten of becoming a Nigeria? A country where money is rationed, your own money. They will force you to ration how much you can spend, how much you will get. And now we are suffering for what is called the dangerous diversity. It has come to a call when everybody will begin to ask his or herself a question. If you keep Nigeria, will Nigeria keep you? No. If you don't destroy Nigeria, Nigeria is going to destroy the future of your generation. We are not fighting this battle for us. I'm almost 50. We are fighting for the future of our unborn generation. But some of the people that has mansions in the north, so many rich men, those people who are looting money, those people who politicians are feeding, will not allow Biafra to come. These are the same people that conjoined together in the kidnap of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. These are the same people that are throwing their enchantment, their voodoo everywhere in order to stop Biafra. But we are here to still tell you that Biafra will come. In your eyes. If you check the state of Nigeria by now, nobody will tell you, even without talking about Biafra, Nigeria is never going to be a peaceful country, a country where there are two laws. The Constitution of Nigeria does not affect a certain people, but it affects a certain people. We are talking about your 1999 Constitution, which is the real devil in the state of Nigeria. And so many people are still clamoring to keep Nigeria one. Who told you that Nigeria can ever be one? A country where someone will go to court, you won the court, and the judge say free you after the same country that kidnapped you. You won them in that court. Even United Nations have demanded for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, still holding him. Now, somebody will feel reluctant and feel, I don't care, because it doesn't happen to you. Have you have a brother who is in the jail in Nigeria or in detention that has never appeared in the court for only one day? Because Nigeria is a state where the police, the judge, is for the rich, those who lick their ass. And they still want to keep that which gives you. In Igbo land, there was one of my brothers says something that I have used before in some of my broadcasts. Have you seen someone who makes a weapon, something like gun, for instance, and after molding the weapon, and he say, na me make this thing, it is my own make. Can you try it for my body? Make I check whether it work. Some of you who are still supporting evil, some of you who are still following your criminal DOS, some of you who refuse to know the truth, you are keeping yourself in bondage. What I told you right now, when you are driving your car, when you are walking on the street, when you are behind your bank, when you are under the tree, let this word never depart from your mind. Digest it very well. I said, if you don't support Biafra, you are training a lion in your house that is going to devour you at the due time. Our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told us Nigeria is a cancer, as people are still reclaiming for one Nigeria. I am here to tell us that there is nothing like Nigeria. In the spiritual realm, God has destroyed this country already. because of the amount of the impunity that is going on. A country where the terrorists in terrorist armies, terrorists will receive the money that was changed in that country in a bullion fine. A country where when you win a case, can a poor man win a case in Nigeria? The answer is no. The answer is capital no. Why are they still keeping people, some of the people they call kidnappers in the prison? Why they went to as far as Kenya? International kidnapper went to as far as Kenya to kidnap Mazen Kanu. But there are some local kidnappers that are held there in zoo. Nobody's talking about it. What we are saying is, we are calling all our brothers from the south, keep hand together to come out of this country called Nigeria. It will destroy all of us if we don't cut it off. When we say destroy Nigeria, we are not reclaiming or saying that you should go and kill somebody because, no, that is not what we say. To destroy Nigeria is to make sure that the system that are holding individual, even this Fulani we are fighting, there are also some of them that are suffering the same thing, but because of diversity, hatred, they can't come out to speak the truth. Now we are going to help them. When Biafra is totally actualized and be free, not even only the Fulanis, not only the Hausas or some of the people that knew or felt or undergo what we're going through right now, like people of the Benue. We thank God for people like the Governor Otton, who is speaking the truth as of now. Because if all of us keep quiet, because when you talk, they will kill you. Just like one Obadiah Malafi. They assassinated him, destroyed him, because he spoke the truth. And today, nobody's even talking or giving a reference to that particular man. May his soul rest in peace. Nobody. Because if you talk on the channel television or TVC and you open your mouth and you talk about or give a reference, only the Biafrans or people like our brother Simon Ekpa can give a reference of the good thing that particular man had done for the people of Nigeria. And today, nobody gives a reference towards the effort of that man to open some of our eyes to know that sit at home would have been the key, or is going to be the key. Because it cannot change. No election in Nigeria, especially in Biafra land. It will come by himself. Nobody will force it. Because Chukwu Kikabiama is going to force this no election. It is never going to hold. Even if there's an election in Nigeria, there's going to be a battle behind it that's going to cause an uproar. Then from there, without we struggling. But for us, we are ready. Through our prayers and our belief, and every other things that is needed to break out of Nigeria. Because you cannot tell a child that is already 10 months in his mother's womb. Yeah, there are many people that are born after 10 months. Then that child finds a way to come out from his mother's womb and they want the child to stay. No. The same way Nigeria think they're going to swallow Biafra. No. You can't. There are things Python cannot swallow. Biafra is too large and hot. Fire can never change from being fire. And that is why you must know. Why Biafra must come is that we have been able to, impart this knowledge of the massacre, of the killing, the genocide committed to committed against Biafran people to our children. And we are now coming up because these are the things that our elders are forced not to say. Our school systems was changed so that we can never know what happened to us, what Gowan did to us, all these things. But now, thank God for the social media that is now prompting everything up again. Those things that are died. That's why I say to people, you see truth. Truth cannot change. And they cannot kill the truth. Everybody begin to understand now the state of mind of the elects of Nigeria, from their governor to their president, to anything, every institution in Nigeria is against the will of the citizens. Let me tell you, if you don't know it now, There are things that people need to know. Why we are, sometimes when we are agitating for the breakup of Nigeria, people who are beneficiary of the evil will stand aside to call you names. Because you know why? It's either their mother is a friend to somebody that brings money from all their corruption, and they will not be allowed to talk about it. Some of the police officers who are watching what I'm saying right now, they know that if they didn't take bribe from the street, they can never feed their family. And after they say police or army, they take bribe. It is the state of the country. Because if the country's law is actually for the benefit of the citizens, no policeman, like in this Netherlands where I am now, how can a policeman come on the street and say, hey, Roger me, give me money before you pass. Go and buy a car or send a car from here to Lagos. Before you bring back your car, even before that your car crosses Red Bridge, my brother, you are going to spend, if that car reach you are going to spend half of the money you have used in purchasing that particular car. That is when the Nigerian police will work. Do you know why? They are specialists on checking the engine on the boot, because they must find anything possible in order to intimidate you for them to be able to feed their families. Sometimes do we blame them? No. But what we are telling them now is let the eyes of everyone be open. This battle, media battle we are fighting, is not for the only benefit of the indigenous people of Biafra. No, it is for the benefit of everyone who is in Nigeria, who want to be free. You cannot be in bondage forever. One neighbor who want Chineke akpọ ọkụ. Everyone must wake up right now. Put your effort in what we're doing. Stop gossiping. Stop gossiping. This is not a time of anticipation. It is a time of grasping what is already at hand. All right? It is a time of grasping that which God has given unto us. Onye gwa gị na anaghị alụ ọgụ, ị nwere onwe ọwasị. What we're going to do, we must fight this battle anywhere they call us for us to be free. Do you know why? Our intention must be, our reason of liberating ourselves is this, that nobody can come and take that which belongs to us. Nobody can take your father's land. And that are the intentions of the Fulani, who are the main problem in Nigeria. The Fulani. Now, the terrorists are alarming. Anything that happens, they say it is IPOB. Anything that happens, they say it is an IPOB. IPOBs, we are not killer. We are the people that God has called in order to wage war against the impunity which is coming up from so-called Fulani government of Nigeria and the other terrorists, aka. So because we want our own freedom does not mean that we will come and serve you. Some people say, hey, jump political, do it in political way. Do it in political way. Which political way? Does Nigerian political system works properly? No. If you doubt it, in the few weeks to come, you are going to see Getorobiati. What we are saying is this. Let us all, any Nigerian person that is joining or hearing the sound of my voice, any Oduduwa, Biafrans, let everyone put hand. Open your mouth, contribute one thing in the restoration of Biafra, because Biafra is going to be like, I could say, the things that will follow Biafra is going to be a quantum physical blessing that is going to reach every Africa. Everyone will awake, because there is this thing that I read from the quantum physical science. They said, when one monkey which has never discovered one thing in a life since God created that monkey. For instance, when monkey start to know that they can use a stone and break a kernel on the rock, all the whole monkey is going to corrupt their consciousness. In the same speed of light, the whole monkey will dive into using stone to break a kernel, because now it's going to affect the monkey world, because one of the monkey's DNA has already identified something. That's why I'm calling. Let every Biafra have this mindset of breaking out from Nigeria, it's going to happen by own self. I'm telling you. And that is exactly what is happening. When the autopilot believe in one umbrella and we determine that it doesn't matter how it is, we are going to help in breaking down Nigeria so that all of us will be free. We are not saying breaking down human beings. We are not people killer. We don't kill nobody. What we are saying here is making sure that we frustrate the economy of Nigeria or anything that economy so that we can be able to free ourselves if it is what it takes. Because we want to be free. Since we cannot have the right to speak, since we cannot have the right to be one, since we cannot have everything determines on what the North say. Not a discrimination, this is a fact. If it is a lie, why the release of Mazen Nandekan is still delayed? Even if it are thought that the Southeast governors are heading Mazen Nandekan, then what are the president, what are the, I could say, the presidentials, the chief judge of Nigeria, who knew the level or the weight of I could say, how do I say it? The weight of the case of Mazen Nandekan and what he represents. In this whole land, if Mazen Nandekan is released from a court, maybe from Den Haag, and it happens that he lives in Amsterdam, then Amsterdam arrest him, there must be a report, there must be something that triggered that. But now, you can't try him in any other court, you can't even win him or do anything to thwart the victory of Mazen Nandekan, but you're still holding him. And some people are still clamoring for such a country where law is lawless. Are you talking about their religious system? No. Their church system, why their churches have become worldly, why the world becomes their church. Where the general overseers who God has given a mantle to speak the truth, but they will see they turn it upside down because of their stomach. They forgot that chapter that says food for stomach and stomach for food, God will judge. They forgot it. They will read it when they want you to stop fasting and bring the tithe in their church. That's when you see those scriptures coming up. When the church was on, before Kabasa, when the church was on, it is the ministers of God, it is the imams in the mosque that will come and look the president. It doesn't matter your weight, it doesn't matter your ecclesiastic title. During the time of the Bible time, the story we read about Paul or Saul and Samuel. These are the times when the kings supposed to be a priest. Then we have prophets to back them up. But today, the church has dismissed. I'm saying this for you to see the impunity that is in the state and also all institutions in Nigeria. But sometimes you cannot blame them because there are some certain people who have swallowed the power. Even if at all you're a man of God and they speak or you open the eyes of the people and you're living in Nigeria, your own don't go. The next day, you're able to go bedisi. These are what we are opening your eyes to know. That it is a time for everybody to come together and know that all these cabals that are rushing around trying to put you into another perpetual bondage, becoming your president. Why the ones they become in the future, past tense, they didn't perform anything. And the people are still shouting, voting, wasting their time. Planting a seed on top of the rock, it will die. There is nothing like Nigeria. It is a fraud. Tell me, where is Nigeria? Can you wear shorts? How do you say it when we're short knicker, short brook? Can you wear it in the north? As one boy, a lady. Can you wear those things that the gears? Normally, I want to talk to our women. Can you wear it in the north? You cannot wear it. Can you stand in the street in the north and say, let me take one bottle of alcohol? You can't try it. They are using the same different kind of law. Why the South is using this different kind of law? They forbid the South to sell alcohol in the North. Dangerous diversity. and they use religion to situate their own law. The brother Samuel, of course, was killed. You know it. And nobody want to talk. Ndị a kwesịrị ka ha nọrọ iche, anyị nwa nọrọ iche. There is nothing that resembles us together. Let me tell us, no matter how far we hide the truth from accepting that we, the East and the North, is not the same. Because now you can see it from all the Nigerian administrative forums. You can see it from the institution. You can see it from the leadership. Some time ago, there was during the time of Mazen Nandekano, somebody used the voice of Mazen Nandekano when he was analyzing who is the president, Fulani, Chief Justice, Fulani, Chief in Command, Fulani, Army Officer, Fulani. Everything is in one man's hand, and your eyes have never been opened. Let me tell you, there are a few people that they rubbed into this cabal that are holding your destiny. They are the ones still parading around, waiting for you to succumb so that they will rule you in the next 80 years. So now, so many of you who are still believing that Atiku, Tinubu, or Obi will change you, you are a mad person. If Obi becomes a president, is Obi a governor? No. Obi cannot do all things. Mark this word. If Obi becomes a good president, is he going to tackle a corrupt governor? Is he going to term the evil local government shamans that are collecting revenue from people? No, he can't do nothing for you. The only thing is to divide the country. Nigeria is too big with different kinds of things. So in order for people to have peace, is to separate Paul from Barabbas for the kingdom's sake. There is a time for separation. There is a time to say, go, let me go, since it doesn't work. That is how it is. We should stop hiding the truth. You should stop hiding yourself in Ohanes and Dibu. You should stop hiding yourself in the churches. Come out and talk the truth. The impunity that is going on in Nigeria is too large that spiritually God has destroyed Nigeria. We're waiting for it this month from now for you to see it physically. Mostly I came here tonight, this evening, returning from my job to tell my people that Mazo Konko is much alive. Nothing happened with me. Like as I said before, if you want to know the reason why I'm not being often, you go to this broadcast from the beginning. I want to thank all of you that are watching me here. I say, may God bless you. Bless everyone that is going to share this video. It will help also people not to be afraid if Mazo Konko is alive or dead. We don't even care. A dead man is already a dead man. So we are much alive and nothing has happened to us. We are on board. I want to give kudos to my brothers, the autopilot media warriors, Mazi Simon Eba, Madam Azuka, and all the whole Umada. I want to thank them for all their effort. May God bless everyone. Bless those of you who are still contributing. Bless those of you who, take what we are doing not for granted. Bless those of you who are still also gossiping with people's name here and there, letting down on what we are doing, letting down on individuals. One thing you must understand is this. You don't know how God created every individual. You don't know what God planned for so many nations. Stop talking about people and focus in restoration of Biafra. May God bless our leader, Mazi Nandekano. God bless Mazi Simon Ekpa. God bless Honorable Madam Azuka Egbeje Jog. And God bless all autopilot Ogadronoma. Goodbye from me from here. Share this broadcast and God bless you. Good night.